Good morning, everybody. Bandit here. It is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. And this is episode 10, Spiritual Outlaw, Taking Inventory. The Angel Heart Dashboard. So, I figured it was time to do an inventory on just my life and my situation as of now. And as of today, I have 206 days of sobriety, continuous sobriety. I've been back in the program and for 804 days today, showing up every fucking day. I've been living in my car for 713 days. And yeah, man, today is Sunday, March 15th, 2026, and this is episode 10 of the Angel Heart Bandit series. 10 episodes in to this documentary of this journey, and I figured it was time to take an inventory, No performance today, just honesty. I've got some notes here, so I did a full inventory for you guys. Okay, so number one, sobriety dashboard. All right, 206 days sober. So where I'm at today, I'm just, in the beginning, it was just trying to survive and not drink. And now it's about just surrendering, doing a daily routine, showing up, opening up the hall, being of service, making coffee, getting the 7 a.m. meeting ready, I just do it, It's my way to give back to the place that has done so much for me in this last bit of sobriety. So, a lot of gratitude for the program, and, it's working, I'm finding tools, and I'm practicing these principles, I've been working on a book. I've been working on a few books, actually. I just finished one this past week, but I've been working on a book, coming up with the tools and the principles that I've learned through recovery and how to apply it in a general way. I don't know. I should probably write a book about it. But, let's see, 2. Back in AA. All right, so I've been back in the program since January 1st of 2024. So that's 804 days back. Staying connected. I restarted my date, but I didn't, I don't know, man. I don't really call it a relapse. I don't think, relapse from what? I haven't fucking gotten any emotional sobriety in my life. I've been physically sober many days, but sobriety is not enough. I need emotional sobriety. I need spiritual sobriety and physical sobriety. But physical is not enough for this motherfucker. I've gotten a lot of humility. I had a sponsor transition from original to Jack, and then Jack back to Kelly. But that's, I was grateful for the experience with Jack. And right now I'm just really practicing being a member among members, I'm too involved. It's fucking with my peace. I just want to be a member among members, man. I just want to be another fucking guy in the meeting, another fucking 9-ball, just fucking hanging out. All right, 3, living situation. All right, so as of April 1st, 2024, today is 713 days homeless. Minus a short 6 weeks of living with Tomino. Man, I wish that could have worked out. I can't think about that right now. That's all I've been thinking about, really. I don't know what I'm trying to pretend I'm not thinking about. It's all I'm thinking about. It's tough. It's tough feeling like you just fucked up everything. But I know it's for a purpose. I know if we make it, stop thinking about it. Anyway, 713 days living in my car. Okay, rebuilding my life, showing resilience, getting humility. I found that, what you judge others, you become. So that's a hard fucking thing to swallow right there, because I realize that all this shit in my life isn't happening to me. I'm creating it. And I'm doing it. I had been doing it by being dishonest about my life to myself and others, and not being honest and not being willing, right? Having contempt prior to investigation on fucking everything, judging everything and everyone. I used to judge homeless people. Hello. Now I'm fucking homeless. I used to judge broke motherfuckers, and guess what? You're a broke motherfucker. But, it's all of my own making, man. I'm so glad I put myself in this situation and wrote it out this long. I don't think that's an achievement. I think I'm just that hard-headed. But I'm glad I stuck it out, man. And I'm learning a lot. And I'm writing books, and I just finished my 3rd book this week. And I'll be letting you guys know what's going on with that soon. 4, recovery work. Okay. So reconnected with my sponsor, Kelly, my bro, my homie for 28, almost 30 years now. Getting ready to meet up with him and see how he wants to approach, what step work we need to do, whatever. Just going to take his lead on that. I felt like I really worked to step 7, and experienced that truly this time. So maybe I'll start with the 8 with him, make a list of all persons we had harmed, became willing to make amends to them all. I guess I'll start back on that. I tried to fucking make an amends to my ex Tomino, and that just went crazy shitty. Not what I was expecting, not what I wanted. Somewhere in the back of my fucking heart and mind, I think that maybe, hopefully, one day we can reconnect, at least as friends. If anything, friends, but, who knows? I gotta quit thinking about it. Therapy. The mind of an alcoholic. Therapy. I started therapy. That's cool. I don't know, man. The guy's a little weird. I've caught him projecting and saying things and selling hope when he's just a little bit Looney Tune himself, dude. I don't know. I'm trying not to judge the guy, but it's funny, when I don't know. Recovery really isn't about fixing everything at once. It's about staying honest and staying teachable. So that's what that is. What else? 5. Okay, health. Okay. Yeah, gout. I've got some medicine that seems to be working. I'm meeting up with my doctor tomorrow. I'll go over that. I should have had some blood work done. I didn't get a chance to get it done. I've been dealing with my insurance and getting that squared away, and then seeing the surgeon about the surgery. I've got, I'm waiting on the insurance to approve the surgery, and then I'll get a surgery date. And then I have no fucking clue where I'm recovering. I guess I'm just recovering in my car. But I'm going to take the action. I'm going to stay out of the results. I'm going to let... Wherever I'm going to recover, that's where I'm going to recover. I don't care where it's at. If it's in my fucking car or by the fucking LA River. I don't give a fuck. recovery is about mind, body, and spirit. You know what I mean? This time I really jumped into the recovery, the 12 steps and the book, first 164 pages of the big book, and then went right into service, you know what I mean? Because I've been around. I've been around for a while. Although there's no been around chip. Yeah. But that's what my sponsor says. There's no been around chip, dude. So, now it's about really focusing on my body and my nervous system. This next 6 months is about monk mode, you know what I mean? I'll get into that in a minute, but work at the salon, I'm rebuilding my career there. I'm working Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at Giuseppe Franco Hair Salon in Beverly Hills. I'm looking to build my clientele, so I'm doing 50% off from now until I get my 1 year sobriety, which will be in August 21st. I've been writing some books, like I said. I wrote this book called Tales from the Bandit, which is kind of cool. And I've been working on a collection of a 3-part series called Midnight is Where the Day Begins. And I just completed my first manuscript for the first book, which is like a memoir of my life. And I've been writing this material for the Angel Heart Recovery, like, 12 tools, the 12 principles in order to take people in a general way through a spiritual program without selling AA, NA, CA, NEA, fucking A, SA, all the fucking A's. Orale. I'm working on something. I called about 20 of the most prestigious treatment centers in North America, and I asked them if they needed content to take their clients through, and all of them said yes. So I was like, all right, well, let me work on what I'm going through right now. So I wrote some stuff and fed it into AI and asked AI to take me through my own program I'm developing, and so that's where all this material is coming from. So more on that as it gets developed. I have to protect a lot of it and before I can really let everybody know what's going on. So, sobriety, I found, is not about escaping life. It's more about building one, And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm building this YouTube series, building the Angel Heart Recovery System. I'm building book series. I'm doing workshops. I'm sponsoring guys. Working with others. It's a lot going on. Building a fucking life here, man. In 7, monk mode. Monk mode is what I'm in right now for this next 6 months until I get my 1 year. I've never gotten 1 year. I've been in AA off and on since 97. The longest I've ever gotten was this last time was 11 months and some change, and I ended up meeting Tomino and getting talked into doing Molly and getting married and fucking. It was fun though, man. I really believed in it. I thought it was gonna fucking work, man. I thought this was the one, man. And then, you start doing the work and you start uncovering, discovering all this fucking shit, and it gets, get scared, man, and these defects pop back up and you reflect them back to each other, and it's tough, man. It's difficult. Hopefully my risk that I took in separating us pays off in the end with us healing and getting back together. That would be. But maybe God's got a different plan. I gotta quit thinking about it. Fuck. Alright, stop thinking about this chick, man. Alright, monk mode. 1 year. No fucking relationships. 0, dude. I'm fucking not fucking around with anything. I'll handle it my fucking self. Anyway, focus on recovery. working, doing my Angel Heart Bandit series, working with others, working on humility, For the next 6 months, I'm simplifying everything. Action, humility, and letting God handle the results, man. That's fucking the bandit monk mode right there. 8, future. Okay, what's the future? The future, fuck, man. Possible housing. I don't know how much I believe this fucking therapist I'm working with. He seems kind of, I don't know. He's told me a couple of things that didn't quite pan out true. But hey, it's a guy that's fucking showed up that's trying to help me with some logistics. So I'm gonna let him, and I'm gonna be grateful for the time that he's spending with me. My own fucking family isn't even spending that time with me. They don't give a fuck. And it is what it is, man. Well, let's see. Building my salon, working with others, staying grounded. I'm just really trying to stay grounded and stay out of my head and quit thinking about people, places, and things that I can't control. The only thing I can control is me and my actions. If I start feeling self-pity and fucking woes me and boo-hoo-hoo, fucking poor little bandit, I fucking, my sponsors always say, well, who are you helping? If you're fucking have time to sit around and think about yourself, why don't you fucking get up and still help somebody, dude? So anytime I start fucking thinking about what I ain't got and what I ain't gonna get and all this bullshit fear that starts trying to creep in, that's called alcoholism, man. And that means you need to fucking call another alcoholic or reach out and talk to somebody or help somebody, in and out of the program, dude. This is a lifestyle. This is not a fucking checklist. And you have to train yourself to make this become a lifestyle, because the fucking committee, these motherfuckers don't ever shut up. They never do. You just got to learn how to use these tools and practice these principles in order to put these motherfuckers in check constantly. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You're going the wrong way. Sit down. I got it, homie. You got to do it with love. You got to treat these fucking character defects and these thoughts like little children, man. Because if you yell at them, they're not gonna work with you at all. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Everybody crying and fuck. But you got to do it with love and compassion. Be like, it's okay, Daddy's got it. Yeah, Daddy's got it. Yeah, I'll let you know. And you just gotta the fucking whole way. And then sooner or later they'll just get tired and fucking fall asleep. And now you got some peace and quiet. Anyway, the light that I'm beginning to turn on in myself is starting to light the path, And my eyes are just adjusting. My heart is adjusting. In closing, the Angel Heart Bandit dashboard today is I got 206 days sober, 804 days back in recovery, 713 days in my car, and I have taken 120 people through the start of this program and this work. You want to know how many people have gotten past the first chapter? 5 out of 120. And all 5 of those motherfuckers won't even return my phone call, if I can even get in touch with them. But you know what I do have, man? I have 100% on staying sober. Helping others isn't really, it's not about you, dude. It's for you. Whether, it's funny. One of those 5 is my ex, Tomino. She's like, thank you for saving my life. Thank you for bringing me to God. You would think she would fucking answer a fucking phone call. Or not be a fucking complete cunt when we run into each other. Anyway, I gotta quit thinking about that. Practices. For God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, which is fucking everything. The courage to change the things I can, which is fucking me. And the wisdom to know the difference. I am grateful, man. I am grateful. Fuck what I think, dude. I am grateful, dude. I have fucking persevered 804 fucking days for this spiritual experience. And I'm still on the path. I'm still walking the path. Good job, Bandit. Anyway, much love. Episode 10. Thank you. If anybody even fucking watches this. And if you do, say what's up. You can reach out to me here, leave a comment. You can reach out to me at angelheartbandit@gmail.com. You can find me on Angel Heart Bandit, YouTube, Angel Heart Bandit, TikTok, Angel Heart Bandit, Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook too, Brandon Wagner, the Angel Heart Bandit. So that's the way, man. If you can't fucking find me there, you can't fucking find me. Alright. Love you guys. Have a great week. And peace!